The Philosopher's Muse, a look at famous thinkers and their feline companions. One of the most celebrated and earliest examples of a philosopher's affinity for cats comes from the French Renaissance thinker Michel de Montaigne. In his famous Essays, Montaigne posed a question that has echoed through the ages, perfectly encapsulating the mysterious relationship between humans and their feline friends. When I play with my cat, how do I know that she is not passing time with me rather than I with her? This introspective query highlights a central theme in the philosophical consideration of cats, their perceived independence and the limits of human understanding in the face of another consciousness. The 19th century French writer and critic Théophile Gautier was another ardent admirer of the feline form. He dedicated a chapter of his book, Ménagerie Intime, Intimate Menagerie, to his beloved cats, providing detailed and affectionate descriptions of their individual personalities. Gautier saw in cats a spirit of liberty and an embodiment of elegance and grace, qualities that he believed were worthy of human admiration. In the 20th century, existentialist philosophers were also known for their feline companions. Albert Camus, the Nobel Prize-winning author and philosopher, famously named his cat Cigarette. This seemingly whimsical choice is perhaps a nod to the philosopher's embrace of the absurd and the simple, yet profound pleasures of life. Similarly, Jean-Paul Sartre, a central figure in existentialism, had a cat named Nothing, a name that playfully interacts with his philosophical concepts of existence and nothingness. Other prominent French thinkers of the era also had cats with philosophically suggestive names. Michel Foucault's cat was named Insanity, and Jacques Derrida's was Logos. More recently, the British philosopher John Gray has dedicated an entire book to the subject titled Feline Philosophy, Cats and the Meaning of Life. Gray argues that humans can learn a great deal from observing the behavior of cats. He posits that felines, in their natural state of being, embody a form of wisdom that humanity often strives for through complex philosophical systems. For Gray, cats are masters of living in the present moment, unburdened by the anxieties of the past or the future that so often plague human existence. Their contentment, he suggests, is not a product of ignorance, but of a profound acceptance of their nature. However, not all philosophers have held cats in such high regard. René Descartes, known for his dualistic view of mind and body, is said to have believed that animals were mere automata, incapable of thought or feeling. This perspective stands in stark contrast to the rich inner lives attributed to cats by the likes of Montaigne and Gautier. Similarly, the 20th century philosopher Elizabeth Anscombe expressed a more dismissive view, suggesting that a cat's actions are driven by instinct rather than intention. A possibly apocryphal story involving the medieval Jewish philosopher Maimonides also offers a philosophical take on the nature of cats. In the tale, a philosopher claims to have trained a cat to act as a human servant. When the cat impeccably serves a meal, Maimonides releases a mouse, causing the cat to immediately abandon its duties and revert to its predatory instincts. The story serves as a parable for the enduring power of innate nature over learned behavior. In conclusion, the relationship between philosophers and cats is a rich and varied one. For many thinkers, these enigmatic creatures have served as more than just pets. They have been muses, sources of intellectual curiosity, and living embodiments of philosophical concepts. From Montaigne's playful skepticism to Gray's contemporary analysis, the humble house cat has left its paw prints on the pages of philosophical history,